You better lie down, 'cause the angels are watching. She closed her eyes and said quit the talking. You can hurt me, do whatever you like.
I've heard testimonies in which people saw demons that looked like those superheroes that we see on TV, like Spider-Man, Batman, Pokemon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, but they were all more evil looking and more ugly looking. And they said that they were actually demons in hell that gave the inspiration to Hollywood directors to make those movies and TV shows about them. Did you see something like that?
I've seen plenty. There was this one I was describing to my son, because I don't like watching Hollywood and stuff too much. I really don't watch movies and stuff, like, for years. I really try to stay away from stuff. But I was describing this one demonic thing, and my son said, Dad, I need you. He said, I know you don't watch this stuff, but I need you to look at something. It's this movie called Jeepers Creepers, okay? Jeepers Creepers. And it's this reptilian thing with wings. They had to have that contact with that guy, because that's how a lot of those, because you had flying ones, you had some demons that were like this big. They're all different sizes, all different shapes. But when I saw that thing on that movie, Jeepers Creepers, I knew Hollywood is in tune with hell. So you're absolutely right. There are so many things, but that's the only one that I personally saw, because some of these things are so morbid. Some of these things are so bad, Hollywood can't even reproduce some of these things. As far as you talking about the superheroes and things like that, of course, the superhero is nothing but the Nephilim. The fallen angels, right? When the fallen angels came down and mixed with humans, right? They created men of renown, right? Heroes. Okay, so what they doing is taking the divine fallen divinity and mix it with humanity. And that's why they created the superhero. So of course it all comes from hell. But there are so many things that we haven't even seen yet. I seen a couple of, one more, the Smurfs. I don't know if y'all old school, y'all remember the Smurfs?
Yeah.
They got demons in hell. That's where the Smurfs come from. That cartoon, the Smurfs, they have little blue demons. That's where you got the gnome, what you call the little things, the little gnomes, the little things with the little hats, no, those are real demons. Those are things that, like, they really exist. They really look like that, too. Like, that's the thing. So you are absolutely correct.
Yeah, what you said about that monster from Jeepers Creepers are the same thing, and other people who have seen Predator, Alien, all those movie monsters down there in hell, they're actual demons.
They look like that. Yeah, they got that reptile, I'm telling you. Most of them got that reptilian look. They reptile. They got that reptilian look. I don't care what nobody talking about. They even walking around here on Earth right now. I'm telling you, they are reptiles. They are ancient. They are very ancient, and they are real. I promise you. So, and they all have that reptilian thing to them. But some of them look like in the days of Noah, how they trying to redo now, how they splicing half bull, half human, half. I saw a lot of that. Oh yeah, they half goat. You know what I'm saying? Half buffalo. I'm talking about the weirdest splices of things that exist in hell too. So, and they trying to replicate that, as you can see. They've been doing that, but that's another story. So I'm glad, hopefully God willing, you will have me back and we can go deep into that type of stuff as well. So
yes, let us know in the comments if you want Brother Dominic to come back and do a more in-depth teaching on the Nephilim, on the Marine Kingdom. Those are two awesome topics that I think you can learn a lot from. So maybe we could do a two-part series. Let us know in the comments if you would like to come back.
Like, facts. So that's why it's good to stay away from even Hollywood. The word Hollywood was a special word used to mesmerize people, to put you in a trance. So that's why it's no confusion why it's Hollywood is the capital of illusion. Because Hollywood was the actual wood was used to put you in a trance. So these demons have to put these things in our face, but it's our lack of knowledge and research that puts us in these predicaments. So we have to start researching all of these things. You have to start taking spiritual warfare seriously, but more seriously, that authentic relationship, because that'll give you all the discernment, all the power and authority you need to navigate through this world. Like, it's hard. I'm telling you all, everything is strategic, everything corresponds, everything is real, you all. Everything is a trap. One thing, please, people, one thing I learned in hell, the Father does not give you a gift that will take you away from Him. What I mean by that is, you know, I like a couple of my friends had a brand new car. One of my friends had a brand new promotion. Congratulations. But they never had time for God no more. My friend worked so much, he stopped studying, he stopped going to Bible studies, he was just too tired, he had to do stuff with his family. So then God would never give him that promotion to take God out of his life. Watch your gifts. Because God would never give you something to take away time from Him. It's a trap. Lucifer gives you gifts that take you time away from God. Please remember that. Watch your gifts. And stop saying God gave you everything because you think it's good. You got to just keep it simple and evaluate. Does it add to my relationship with our Father, or does it take time away? That's it. Keep it simple. I had to tell you all that. But I saw all the remnants of who got these preteens and teenagers there. It was mostly technology, you all. And if you look, whew, it's real. And this is years ago before this stuff, the stuff that I saw, this technological garbage floating around in there with them in this mud, the sea of mud.
Brother, real quick, did you see any cell phones or televisions in the mud?
Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's why it blows my mind. I'm old school. I'm 45 years old. I was born in 1979, and I've been here through this technological revolution. You see what I'm saying? I've seen, and you probably have too, brother, how I was, grown. A lot of this technology that I saw didn't even exist yet the stuff that I saw. Like how small the cell phones that I saw that were there. But at that time, the cell phones wasn't that small when I passed away. I saw a lot of different remnants, listen, you all, it's deep. And then just like that darkness was alive, the mud was alive. And it was like it was like they was underwater, gasping for air, even though it was out of air, but they was like trying to reach up for something. And it was millions. And it blew my mind away. And that's what I do. That's when I learned about the age of accountability.
What was the youngest that you saw age of accountability? Like 8 years old?
11.
Wow.
That I personally know the overwhelming sense. Let me tell you something, you all. One thing I want people to know. Okay, if you look at somebody in hell, you automatically know why they're there. It's like you know they hold everything. The same way if they look at you, you would know every detail of their life, everything in one span, because time doesn't exist in eternity. See, we're so used to being temporal beings. We're trapped in the physical. We're trapped in time. Time is nothing but a mechanism to keep the material existence of the universe together, to keep it organized. It's a measurement. But in eternity, time and all of these temporal rules and time, it doesn't exist. I'm telling you, you could be there for 30 seconds and it feels like a month. But no, the age of 11 is what I encountered because I was looking at just one individual I looked at, and he stole cars. He was using drugs. And it was all because of the influence of his father. His father got him drinking since he was 5 years old. Here, have his beer, and bringing him in front of his friends. And like, you see everything. You see the whole experience. But what went wrong? What went wrong is how many times the Father warns us, you all. How many times the Father resets us, put us in new situations all over again, saves our lives, tell us, no, don't go there, but yet we go there. But then we end up in jail. I don't know how many times I've been in jail, and I woke up and, whoa, Father, I should have. That's what we say. I should have, would have, could have. And that's the biggest thing, people. The regret in hell is beyond hurtful. It is beyond the expansion of you can't even fathom. Listen, regret is so thick there to move. It's like a wave. It's like you can't move in hell. It's like an invisible force. The thickness of the regret is so alive. It's like everybody's regret, every human regret in hell became its own spirit. And it is so beyond gut-wrenching. Shoulda, woulda, coulda is not even, you can take your most horrible regret here is paradise compared to the regret in hell. Because he shows you every detail. That's another thing. It's like I told people the biggest dimension and the biggest space that I saw in here were gossipers. Okay? People, I thought it would be murders. I thought it would be the sex. I thought, no. It was the biggest, and it's forever growing too. Hell is always growing. Every time it's growing. Every nanosecond, it's people falling in there. So by the time we finish this, probably good million and some just in this country fell into hell. Facts. Wow. It moves me so much because we don't understand, you all. You wouldn't even want your worst enemy to go there. It is so beyond horrible that you can't even fathom nothing. But I do want to say this. When I talk about the gossipers and the gossiping and the slandering, people don't know in the spirit what that does. And the Father cannot stand it because it's one of the worst things you can do to anyone is lie on them because you misdirect people and you destroy so many opportunities for that person. You discredit that person. That is a spirit behind that. It's a spirit. It's so demonic. And we don't know how powerful that is. And you know what hurt my heart? It was mostly Christians from the church that I saw. I don't know if he wanted me to see that, but I'm glad I saw that. It was the biggest people of the so-called church that I saw. And you know, when I instantly knew, I saw, as soon as I looked at them, I saw people gossiping in church about people in the church, but then smiling in their face, oh, hi. But then as soon as they walk off, oh, you heard about what their son is and he's in jail and blah, 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 blah. In church. And one thing I want people to know, once you give your life over to God, once you have a true surrenderance in the baptism, you get a light on your forehead in the spiritual realm. You have a light. And if you have that light and you don't use it correctly and you die, right? Because people, it's not once saved, always saved. That's from the pits of hell. Just because you got baptized and stuff, but you still eating off the fruit of Lucifer and the table of Lucifer, you're going to die, you're going to go to hell. This is not it's not a one save, always save. But one thing that sticks with you when you go to hell is that light on your head. But you know what that does? That makes your torture worse. That gives you a signal for the demons to attack you even more because you really got the signature that you was a traitor to them because you was eating off their table. So they really gonna really kill you and tear you apart. But that light lets you know you're a traitor. And it makes your light backfires on you if you misuse it. So remember our Lord said, that's what he was talking about when he said, you better off being cold than lukewarm. That's what he meant. I'm trying to tell you people, because you're going to be tagged in eternity with that light. But where you going with that light makes you opposition beyond opposition. And you in enemy's dimension with no assistance, you cut off from our Father. So what you think is about to happen for you or to you? People, this is so real. So stop. Even, I don't want to hear nobody say, I don't gossip. Even if you listen to it, you're just as culpable. You're still going to get the same accountability. Even if you listen to it, you don't have to say anything. So move around. Don't hang around people that gossip because I'm telling you from my personal experience in hell, that was the biggest congregated section that I've seen, period. There's a section for fake pastors, and the demon will torture them with so much exuberance and so much fun, it would blow your mind what they were doing to people.
Brother, I also wanted to ask you, when you saw those preachers in hell, did God tell you why they were there? For example, for not preaching against sin, for not preaching against hell, for not correcting their members who were in sinful ways?
Yeah, I saw the pastors that I saw in hell. They were there for, I remember it in detail. They were taking money, okay? They were having sex with their church members. They were watering down the word. A lot of them behind the scenes were practicing voodoo and Santeria, but then claiming Christianity were invading the churches and people's minds, okay? They were also gossipers and slanderers. They also were competitive against other churches to knock other churches down. Yeah, so those are just 7 of the details of why those preachers and pastors that I saw were getting there, for sure. Those are the 7 major reasons why I saw. And I know for a fact. Yeah.
Okay. And so you said they were not preaching against sin. They were not correcting their church members who were engaged in willful sinning. They didn't say anything. They just kept quiet.
What they did, they were portals. Those pastors and preachers and deacons and bishops were letting the world into the church. They were slowly incorporating because they wanted numbers. A lot of them wanted more fame than to actually have the word to be famous. They wanted to fill in their pews for numbers instead of getting the word out. You know, so then they start compromising our Father's word. So then they made a little more elbow room. Okay, it's fine. A little more elbow room for the sake to have numbers or for the sake for them to be a famous pastor or a preacher. So then they made more and more leeway for people to sin. So they start condoning sin, which watered down the word. And then boom, there you go. Just like in the lustful part I was saying before. It's a quick summary. They were raping this young lady, these demons, some of them 15 feet tall, some of them this big, some of them my height, some of them 6 feet tall. But they were raping her in every crevice, from every ears, eyes. They were penetrating her nose, not every ripping. Listen, you all, there's nothing that is beyond the scope of what's happening. And you know what's so weird? It's happening right underneath our feet in a different dimension because hell is here on earth, but it's in a different dimension. But it's still below us.